Hey, what's up guys? Whenever I've had roast suckling pig in the past, I've always thought it would be a really fun thing to try and make myself. So recently, I bought a suckling pig and took a camping trip north to Bruce Peninsula to try roasting a pig over the fire myself. The day prior to leaving for Bruce Peninsula, I spiced the inside of the pig using a dry rub I prepared to give the pig some extra flavor. To prepare the dry rub, I used 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of dried basil, 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, and 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper. Then I used a fork to mix it up until it was thoroughly combined. To prepare the pig, I first removed the kidneys that were left attached to the body. Then I generously coated the inside of the pig with the spice mixture, patted the spice into the meat, and returned the pig to the fridge so that the flavors infuse. The next day, I left for Bruce Peninsula, which is around a 3 to 4 hour drive away from Toronto, and I didn't arrive until very late. After I arrived, I quickly set up the campsite and then took a break before heading off to sleep. Now we've got the campfire set up and I've got some hot chocolate, a hot drink to warm me up on a cold night, and so let's just take a sip. Cheers! The next day arrived and it was time to roast the pig I had prepared, but first I needed my morning coffee. After having my coffee, I went about to build a fire to roast the pig, starting first by preparing some kindling. To start the fire, I first built a 3-layer structure consisting of crisscrossing pieces of kindling. This kind of structure makes it easy to start a fire because it promotes airflow throughout. I simply lit this structure from underneath using some fire-starting material, and it easily caught flames. When the fire started to grow, I threw some heftier logs on the fire and placed the grill over top to prepare it for roasting the pig. Next, I had to set up the pig for roasting. I had decided to string it up between 2 long branches to make the pig easy to control and rotate throughout the cooking, so first I found the required branches. Then, I laid the pig out on the table and went to work affixing the branches to the pig's legs. To accomplish this, I used stainless steel wire to tightly tie each leg to the branch. Finally, once the pig was tied to the branches and the fire was sufficiently hot, we threw the pig on top of the grill to start cooking. So the pig is on the fire now and it's roasting, and it should take a while, maybe 2 or 3 hours to really get it nice and soft and tender and juicy, and I'm really excited. This is really exciting. We flipped the pig around every 5 to 10 minutes to keep it cooking evenly. We also covered the exposed branches with tin foil to keep them from burning through while we were cooking. Since the cooking process was so lengthy, I decided to have some hot chocolate with marshmallows to fill the void while I was awaiting the roast pork. Since I wanted to make a meal out of this roast pig, when there was around 1 hour left of cooking time for the pig, I wrapped some russet potatoes in tin foil and threw them directly in the fire to bake them, so they would be ready when the pork was ready. I also did the same thing with some corn on the cob when there was about 30 minutes left of cooking time. Then, when the pig was just about finished, I sliced some fresh lemon and squeezed the juice over top of the back to add some extra flavor. Now, it was time to set the table, so we quickly prepared the instant salad bag that we'd brought with us and distributed it evenly onto each plate. Then, I brought to the table the whole roast pig and went to work removing the branches we used to carry it. Since the pig was very hot at this moment, I needed to be quite careful to not hurt myself. Finally, I unpacked the baked potatoes and roast corn, and voila! The roast suckling pig feast was ready for us to dig in. And boy was it ever tasty! The pig meat was flavorful, juicy, and tender, and had an undeniably smoky flavor from the wood fire. The crackling was also very crunchy and satisfying. The fire-baked potatoes were the perfect companion to the roast pig, absorbing all of the meat juices, and the roasted corn had an amazing flavor you can only get from fire roasting. Most importantly, however, it was a very fun cooking experience for me, because I had never before cooked an entire meal over a fire like that. This is something I would recommend trying if you ever get the chance. After the feast was finished, I made sure to clean up the campsite well, as any leftover food outside can attract bears in that part of the country.
So after eating all of that pork, I'm really full, and so I'm just going to go take a walk along the trails at Bruce Peninsula. The views are beautiful, so I'm just going to take them all in. No, I don't think now.
The trails in Bruce Peninsula National Park were home to an uncountable number of beautiful scenes. In particular, we took the Georgian Bay Trail to the so-called grotto, which was an amazing sight to behold. The rock formations and crystal blue water were unlike anything I'd ever seen before in Ontario and absolutely floored me. This is a place you have to see for yourselves. I'm leaving Bruce Peninsula National Park right now and I'm heading back to the city. But this was an amazing trip. This national park is beautiful and I made some really tasty food. If you're ever in the country, you should check out this park. It's beautiful. But anyway, bye-bye, Forest. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video and I hope you really enjoyed it. Please thumbs up this video if you liked it, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. I hope to see you next time. Bye!